from selecting what mat you should be on to what block and how you can stay consistent in your home practice. So hopefully you'll enjoy all the tips or the suggestions that I offer for you throughout the episode. So let's talk about the very first step that you need to start your yoga journey. Step number 1 is getting your yoga stuff together. You need a mat, a strap, and a couple of blocks. And I'll go into detail about what kind of mat do you need, what kind of strap, and what kind of blocks you should use for your practice. So let's talk about what kind of mat should you purchase. It all really depends on your practice. So if you're a person who likes to be physical on the mat, and you tend to sweat, you might want to get a natural rubber mat. They tend to be more on the expensive side, but the good thing about them though is that they really are non-slip. Like when you sweat, your hands don't slip. So if you're doing handstands, inversions, or like downward facing dog, your hands won't slip. And they're easier to clean. Now, whether you want to buy a thick mat or a thin mat, it all depends also on your practice. If you're a person who travels a lot, I suggest that you buy a thin mat. They won't be heavy to carry around, so that'll be good for you. But if you're a person who has, let's say, joint issues like in the knees, you might want to get a thicker mat. That way your knees are comfortable in certain poses and you won't feel the pressure in those areas. Alright, so let's talk about what kind of strap should you use. A lot of them are cotton and they come in different lengths. They come in 6 feet, 8 feet, or 10. So it all depends again on your practice. If you feel like you need more length, then I suggest getting, the 10 feet. But usually, typically, the average length is 8 feet that people use in classes. And they come with either a metal or plastic buckle. And these tend to be fairly cheap, under $10. And again, you can get them from Amazon.com or you can go even to Target and you can pick one up. Alright, so now we're going to talk about what kind of blocks should you use. It all depends on your practice. There's typically 2 kinds that you will see in studios or people that practice with. You have a foam block. This tends to be on the cheaper side. It's less sturdy and lighter. And then you have a cork block. And this tends to be heavier and more sturdy. So again, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. Will determine what kind of block you want to purchase. These usually tend to be under $15 and they don't really come in packs, so when you buy one, make sure that it says 2 and not just 1. But yeah, I would go with the core block for your practice if you want to balance on it and not worry about falling out of poses. And now we're going to talk about step number 2. You need to figure out your purpose for wanting to start yoga. You need to know why you want to get on the mat, because that will continue to bring you to the mat. Whether it's a physical, emotional, spiritual, it doesn't matter. It could be as simple as, I want to do yoga because it looks pretty in pictures or whatever the case may be. It doesn't matter. You need to figure out what your purpose is so that you can find your way to the mat. Alright, now we're going to talk about the third step, is knowing your sun salutations. There's 2 types, there's sun salutation A and sun salutation B. The more typical one that you will see in a lot of classes and a lot of sequences is sun salutation A. And the more you know the sun salutation A, the more you'll get comfortable with your practice, the more you'll see yourself improving, because it does really focus on all areas of your body. And they're fun to do. And you'll feel it. If you do 10 to 15 of them at a time, you'll really feel the intensity. But that's where I would start as a beginner. I wouldn't focus so much on the pose work and what kind of poses. It's really just getting yourself flowing and getting on the mat. So a good start would be knowing your sun salutation A. Alright, step number 4 is finding an inspiration. Now it doesn't matter if it's poses, people, something that will inspire you to continue with your practice. Because there will be times when you'll feel discouraged or unmotivated to really practice. So by having some type of inspiration will keep you going. My suggestion is that you pick out 3 poses that you're trying to accomplish, no matter how hard they are, and just work towards them. Or have 3 people that you can always go to for inspiration when you're feeling down or unmotivated. For me personally, I wanted to start my journey because of the scorpion pose. When I seen it, I wanted to do it. I didn't care how crazy it looked or how, literally, it's ridiculous. I just couldn't understand how a body can be inverted and bent like that. So every time I got on the mat, that's what kept me going and motivated to practice, because I wanted to get that pose. So find the inspiration, whether it's a pose or a person, so that you can continue practicing. So if you're a person that isn't coming into yoga from a physical standpoint and you want to learn more about the emotional side of it or the ethical practice of yoga, I suggest that you get the book called The Yamas and Niyamas, Exploring Yoga's Ethical Practice by Deborah Adele. It's a very simple book, very short, about I think 90 pages, and it's under $10, but it's a very good book and easy to read, and really will change the way that you look at things, your perspective on life, on yourself. So if you want to explore that, I would start there. Step number 6, you need to create a schedule. A lot of times we get hectic with work, children, family, everything that keeps our days busy. So if you create a schedule for yourself, you're more likely to stick with it. Now, whether you should practice in the morning, the evening, that depends on you, whatever you have time for. A lot of people think that, there's certain times during the day they need to practice. It really depends on your mood, when you feel like practicing. But do create a schedule. If you're a morning person, do it in the morning. And your practice can range between 15 minutes to 90 minutes. It depends on how much time can you give during that day. So don't be stuck on I need a whole full hour, I can't give up an hour. You could do 15 minutes. You could do your sun salutations over and over again 15 times, and that's more than enough practice. But create a schedule so that you remain consistent, and that way your body stays flexible and you don't create tension in your muscles by letting them relax for too long. The very last step or suggestion that I have for you for your yoga practice is to either join a class, a workshop, or an Instagram challenge. By joining a class, you'll be able to see how it feels to be in a community of people that have the same interests as you and just being in the room. But also, you can take what you learn from a class into your home practice. That way, if you learn from certain poses or transitions, you take what you learn and you bring it home. I know a lot of people cannot afford to go to yoga classes every day or 3 to 4 times a week, which is completely fine. You go once a week, take what you learn, practice it at home. Now, what's the difference between a class and a workshop? So a workshop is more in-depth. Classes usually is like sequences and flows, so you follow the lead of the teacher. There's not much interaction between the student and the teacher unless you personally go after class if the teacher has time to ask questions. But the workshops, they go more in depth about particular areas of your practice, whether you want to practice back bends, hip openers, and inversions. They're more focused. So that way you get all the information you need in that particular area of your practice, and you have the chance to ask questions that you need answers to. Now, Instagram challenges. I like those because that's how my journey started. I started because of an Instagram challenge. They give you, poses to work on. They're challenging, and they're things that you probably have not seen, variations and modifications. So it kind of gets you going and pushes you a little bit in your practice and do things outside of your comfort zone. So those are the things that I would suggest that you do for your practice as the very last step. That's pretty much it as far as what you need to know or have to start your yoga practice. It's pretty simple. There's not much to it. So really don't overwhelm yourself about how you should start, what should I do. If you just follow these steps, it will just come to you naturally. And it is ugly at the beginning. Your downward facing dog is not going to be pretty, or your handstands are not going to be pretty, whatever it is in your practice. But you'll start to notice yourself evolve and change with time. So just be patient with yourself and be kind. And then most importantly, enjoy it. You want to do it because you feel like it's going to provide you something. It's going to make you happy, or it's going to challenge you, excite you, whatever it is. But yeah, enjoy it. So don't be so hard on yourself when you can't do something. And it is hard, a little bit, but it gets easier. So if you like this video, like it. If you like what I've been offering so far as my episodes, subscribe to my channel, or you can check out my website, Ladydork.com, or my Instagram, Ladydork. And if you have any questions, please feel free to leave them in the comments. I'll read them and I'll try to incorporate them into my next videos. And that's pretty much it. So until next time.